So when I come back after the few minutes that I left, I don't be quick to find out if the client want to invest in the product or not. I usually talk about everything else except asking them the questions. It might take 2 minutes, it might take 3 minutes, and eventually the client is going to let you know what, I am going ahead with it or I'm not. The things I talk about the neighborhood, I talk about everything else. If notice that they have a nice car, I talk about this. But I'm not quick to right away find out if they're investing in it or not, because at that point, the client is on the fence. I like it, it makes sense, but do I like the person who showed me the product and do I trust them? So if you're quick for the question, it's not the best thing to do. So let the question or the answer to come to you instead of you asking for it. Now, two things going to happen right now. The client going to say, you know what, explain to me the warranty, how does that work? And that means that's a buying signal. That means they want to invest in it. Be cool about it. Don't be too excited that they're getting the product, and don't be too depressed if they say no. There's always a sale take place at the end. Is either you sell them the product or they sell you the objection. The secret is when you come back when you leave outside for a few minutes, is to come back and keep the smile on your face. There's always a way to help the client. And it's very simple. Find out the problem and then find a solution. So I'm going to go with a scenario that the client went ahead with it. Right now, I'm going to say, fantastic, congratulations. And I'm going to welcome them to the Rainbow family. Second scenario, I'm going to go ahead where the client said to me, Joe, I cannot afford the product. I got to fix the car, the roof is leaking, the kids need braces, and they told me that they cannot. Anytime I do get an objection, the first reaction for me is, I completely understand. It's very important to truly put yourself in the other person's shoes and understand where they're coming from. Be sincere about it. Keep your smile, okay? So if clients say, well, Joe, I really cannot afford it, but I really like the product, that would be my next option. Did you like everything about the product? They're going to say yes. It has nothing to do with my presentation, correct? It's only affordability. So what I did right now, I find out it's not my presentation, it's not the product, it's only affordability. And most time when you say so, I completely understand where you're coming from. So it's not the presentation, it's not the product, it's affordability. I call it the PPA. It's not the presentation, it's not the product, it's affordability. So my question then would be for the person, if it was affordable, is that something that you'd like to have in your home? The answer, what would be for you, Reginald?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So what I want to do is I want to show you a way how we could make it extremely affordable. I want you to look at this price here. You know, the price that to invest in our product is $29.97. Now we can't talk about the taxes because the taxes is for the government.
Mm-hmm.
So it's $29.97 for the last cleaning system. Now if we do the math, over 15 years, Reginald, this product is $199 a year. Now let's think about it. Are we spending more than $199 a year right now? Most scenario is yes. Now if we take also that $199 and ask you the question, if you didn't have the product, is that something you would use 5 days out of the year, 10 days out of the year? Or is it safe to use it every day out of the year? What would you say to that?
I'd use it every day.
Fantastic. So if I take the $199 divided by 365, that means to invest in our product, technically, it is only 55 cents a day. It's cheaper than a chocolate bar, it's cheaper than a bottle of water, or even a soft drink. 55 cents a day to protect everything you worked hard for, I say it's worth it. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So I want to show you something really cool. If you look at the $29.97, and if I take my finger here and take the 2 off of the $29.97, what do you see right now?
$9.97.
Beautiful. So if it was for $9.97, would that be more interesting for you to go ahead with our product?
You're putting a smile on my face.
I am. Now, I want to explain to you about a program called the Equity Rebate Program. Have you ever heard of a type of rebate program before?
Different programs, yeah.
There's a lot of rebate programs. So what I want to do, show you today, is how we could show you how you can get this product with a $2,000 rebate. Do I have your attention on that?
Absolutely.
So the best way for me to explain it is I'm just going to take a clipboard here and I'm going to explain it to you, okay? So the number that I want to write down here is the number 20, okay? Now, you do have a cell phone, correct?
Yeah.
Would you agree with me on that cell phone? Probably there's more than 20 numbers.
Absolutely.
It can be maybe 200, right?
Yeah,
Some people have Facebook. Would you have more than 20 friends on Facebook?
absolutely.
You know, when you got married, I'm sure you had more than 20 people at your wedding, correct?
That's right.
So what I'm trying to say is we always know people, and it's nice to share this product with them. What I'm trying to say is the program called the Equity 20. When you refer me to someone, because we believe in word of mouth advertising, we believe the best way to advertise is word of mouth advertising. And the company that we work for, they have no problem paying you or giving you some type of rebate for word of mouth advertising, okay? Now, when you refer me to 20 people, okay, there's only two scenarios could happen here, Reginald. Scenario one, that they buy the product. I'm gonna put a check mark for the people who invest in the product, okay? And scenario number two is they don't buy it. I'm just gonna put an X. Make sense? Now, I wanna explain to you something that's so important. Whether 20 people buy the product, okay? Let's pretend that I have 20 of these things, or 20 people that don't buy the product. And I don't like to call it buying the product, I call it an investment because our product is an investment, right? So the scenario is when you refer me and I show the product to 20 people that do buy it or 20 people that don't buy it, the company tells you there's no problem with that, whether they all buy it or whether they all don't buy it, or whether it's a combination of both. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now the next client that say, you know what, I want to invest in the rainbow. By the way, this is a house, okay? I'm going to show you my art is not the best. The next person to say, you know what, I would like to protect my family. The next person say, I don't want to live with that dust. The next person that says, I want to live healthy. And go ahead and invest in our product, okay? So let me say it one more time. Whether 20 people invest in it or 20 people don't invest in it, the next client say, you know what, I want to go green. I want to live healthy. In that scenario, the company is going to write you a check. Do you know how much is that check is going to be? $2,000.
Wow.
$2,000 rebate check is going to go back to you. Now, with that rebate check, what is the price of the system right now?
It's $2,997.
So when we take $2,000 out of $2,997, it's left at $997 and the tax. So my question for you, Reginald, if I could put you on the Equity 20, and by the way, this is where the Equity 20, I'll show it to you right here. Okay, the Equity 20, same thing is when you invest by credit card, cash, or check, you're able to take part of the Equity 20. We all know we have more than 20 people on Facebook, on our contact list and everything like that. Again, after we complete 20 demonstrations provided by you, you get $2,000 on the next sale, which is when the client keep it, you get a check for $2,000. So my question for you, Reginald, if I could put you on that Equity 20 program, would that encourage you to go ahead by credit card, check, or cash? Which one would you prefer?
Definitely credit card. That's good.